Mr. 87,
Yes, sir.
what are some ways to stay motivated and focused on your goals when others ain't supporting you?
It's very crucial, to be honest. It's very, very crucial. And I remember moments and times when you would post something and it had zero traction. I remember there were days when you would release a song and you had literally zero streams. I remember there were days when you would release a video and nobody even watched it. So it can be crucial, but the goal shouldn't be about the views, right? So those things shouldn't matter in the first place. The things like external validation shouldn't matter the most. What needs to matter the most is internal validation. So being in a space where you validate yourself, like, bruh, I'm dope. I'm dope as crazy. So it's very important staying cardinal and implementing all these things where you validate yourself first, and put yourself on all the time, despite whatever that is happening. Just do things that you would want to watch. Create stuff that you'd want to watch. Create songs that you want to listen. Create movies that you'd want to watch. Do content that you'd want to watch. So it's very important to set some internal validations within yourself first. So number one, these are the pointers I brought for you. So number one, set clear and achievable goals. It's very important to be in a space where you break down your long-term goals and your short-term goals. What do I want to achieve? Okay, I want to grow my page to 10,000 followers. I want to grow my page to 1,000 followers. So what can I do? So being in a space where now you start to break down what you need to do is, okay, then I need to, if let's say, given a case where I'm more familiar, like an artist, right? Then you need to be consistent with how you release your songs. I remember that those back in the day, I used to release songs like a year later, 6 months, after 3 months, after 4 months, but now it's like, have you seen the level of, like how frequent content is being flooded on the internet? It's a lot. So there's statistic on Spotify, so for artists, right, where every day it's about 1 million songs that are being released every day. Now imagine in a month how many songs have been released. So it's a lot of songs being released every day, and you're releasing songs after 6 months. Don't you think your audience will forget about you? Don't you think it will take time for you to catch on, Because, what happens is every time you're trying to do things on a constant basis, you're learning again, right? You're learning how to do things faster. You're learning how to do things even better. You're learning how to master your skills and all those things. So it's very important being in a space where you set clear goals. The other point is create a vision board. Make sure that you put stuff that you want to see in the next 5 years, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, in the next 10 years, So be very clear, have a vision board, put the things that you want to achieve, the things that you tend to see even in the next years to come. Things that are going to be in a space where they align with your purpose. Don't just write things for the sake of writing them, man. Write things that are going to align with your purpose. Things that will scare you, because I feel a dream, if the goals that you put don't scare you, then what's the whole point? You feel me? It needs to be kind of crazy. It's only crazy until it's done, So yeah, so create a vision board, develop a routine. It's very important developing a routine. Something I'm also trying to implement on a daily, because sometimes I do slack. So developing a routine on how you're going to be doing things, like, okay, cool. What are you doing this week? What are you doing next week? What are you doing today? All these things are very, very important, so that you create some sort of habit for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So create a routine. The other point is stay positive and practice self-compassion. I feel sometimes we're very hard on ourselves, and we keep on hitting ourselves with a lot of things where we are just not good to ourselves. We'd rather be good to the next person than ourselves. We're very hard. We're judgmental. We speak ill. We speak a lot of negative things upon ourselves. Practice some self-love. Self-love, very important. So be in a space where you're giving yourself some love. Have grace with yourself. Have grace. Some people, it takes them 2 years to achieve what they need to achieve. God bless them. That's the grace, you know. Some people, it takes 10 years to achieve things, to achieve certain things, you know. So we all have different timelines. So you can't compare your timeline to somebody else. You gotta just keep on working and have the consistency and the persistence, and by the end of the day, the faith. The other point is celebrate your successes. You know, it's very important to be in a space where you're celebrating the things that you attend, the things that you're doing, the things, even no matter how small it is, you know, celebrate it. You know, I never used to post. I remember I never used to post about, because I was like, who celebrates 1,000 streams, man? My friends are doing 1,000,000 streams. My friends are doing 100,000 streams. I'm like, who celebrates 1,000? You know, but now I'm like, even 200 streams, like I just post screenshots of everything now. You know, I just post them because I don't want to take for granted the people who are streaming the music, you know, because that's very important. And I'm really, really grateful to each and every individual that just shows up for me and commenting and the liking, you know. It really means a lot, you know. So celebrating your success is very, very important, no matter how small it is. The milestones mark a very significant thing in your life. The last part is focus on your why. It's very easy to lose it nowadays because there's a lot that's happening. Probably if I see, oh, Director D is doing fine, you know, I've heard Director D makes a lot of money with what he does. Then I change and start doing what Director D does. He's been graced enough to handle whatever stress that comes with the things that he does, right? For me, it will be very hard because I've never been built for that. It's just the same as a fridge trying to act like a stove. It wasn't built for the heat, man. It was built for the cold, right? So I need to be in a space where I understand and just get the tools. Like I try to learn from what Dr. D is doing, and I try to implement them in whatever purpose that God has blessed upon my life. So understanding why you started is very important, because along the way, you will meet a lot of people who are doing great in the field that they are in, and you'll be envious and say, I need to stop. But imagine if the moment you stopped, you're almost having a breakthrough in your purpose. There's a visual I've seen on Facebook, or should be on social media, right? I don't know what platform, but where somebody was like, they're watering their plant, right? One of the person watering their plants, like it's grown way up, right? But the roots are not that much deep. Then this one, the plant has grown, but not that much, but the roots are deeper, right? Then he's looking at the friend being envious, like, how I wish my plant was looking like that. But not knowing that what they have is even more sustainable and it will grow for a lifetime because the roots are deeper and it can't be removed by wind or anything else, right? So sometimes we just don't know what we have until we lose it. So being in a space where you are really appreciative of the gifts and whatever that you have, and understand the reason why you started what you started, and just keep on going. Don't stop. Keep on going. So yeah.